me some things about myself, about who I am. It's coming back to me. I remember a young kid, very young, like maybe 1 year old, getting out of a big white car. If you can hear the helicopters are flying, because I noticed there's all kind of shit going on right now. But every time I get on this subject, every time I think about this one particular thing, do you hear the helicopters? Every time I think about this, every time I get on this subject, every time I think about this, I get interruptions like this. You hear it? It's 2 of them now. Right now it's 2. There's one over here, one over here. I remember getting out of a white big car, like hold on. And I was left at this house, and I remember crying out for my mom for days. I wanted my mommy, I want my mommy. And they kept telling me she was coming back, but she didn't come back. She didn't come back. Essie, she took me and brainwashed me from that point on into thinking I was her mom. She was my mom. She's not my mom. She killed my mom. And maybe it has something to do with my dad's death, too. Weeks ago, I'm not even going to mention the name right now, but my dad is well known all over the world. Weeks ago, I got this thought, and I've learned to follow my intuition. I was doing a tarot reading. It was going to be my first one I ever posted. And when I did the tarot reading, I was sure it was going to be my energy I was going to be pulling up, but I wasn't ready for what I saw. And I got so distracted. I think I don't know, I'm going to have to find it and see if I have it still. I don't even know if I saved it, but this particular person I channeled was my father. Yeah, it was hard for me to believe too. So I did it again. Then I turned on a device, and that topic pop up. Like, how much real can that be? At the same time, all kind of distraction was going on outside. This is when they was doing the witchcraft on me and everything. for my mommy, I cried, but I seen a murder. I seen the blood. I seen that shit. I sat on that couch and I seen that shit. They rolled her ass up in a rug, put her in the trunk of the car and drove off. I'm sure they took her down the street to where my grandfather lived at the time, or my auntie. But I know the house they took him to. And they probably buried her. My mom never came back. I remember I had on a white dress. I cried for days on that porch looking for my mama. And that explained why she treated me so different from her kids. And then when I got old enough and I asked her about who's my dad, she gave me some lame ass Andrew Davis, who such a lame ass motherfucker. He's part of this whole shit, this whole fucking deceit. Supposed to be my daddy. Well, that explains why he never called and never sent nothing for my birthday and never see how I was doing. Never, nothing until I asked for him to send me money to see him. And I was of age. $200 I ever got. I think he sent me, he bought me a camera. When I first saw him, he sent me gave me money for a camera or bought me a camera or took me to buy. I don't even remember, but I remember I got a camera out of this shit. I've been smoking a lot of weed, y'all, to help me cope with this shit. Otherwise, I'll probably be so basically I've been trying to fight the idea that this woman done killed my mama and set up my daddy too. Just jealous of my mama. She wanted something my mama had. That can explain why she ran out of California so fast. I've asked her many times, you have secrets? Yeah. I used to ask her, you have skeletons in your closet? Yeah, and they gonna stay there. I see. She never talked to me, never. She even never wanted me in her room. Like, if I was in her room without her being in there, get out of my room. It was like she didn't want me to see something, which, as I was a young kid, I did see a voodoo doll. I did see a voodoo doll. Just a young age, like maybe about 4 or 5. Seen a voodoo doll in my mom's room, in her drawer. One day, she got knocked on the door. Maybe, matter of fact, it was CPS. I started school late. But anyways, let me get back to this. When they knocked on the door, it was Jacqueline door. Go in one way and out, run around through the bathroom, through the bedroom, from another bedroom. So when she was going out in her bedroom, I was coming in through another bedroom, through the bathroom, coming into her bedroom. And I decided to go through the drawer. It was just something in me decided to go through a drawer, and I found that voodoo doll. I didn't know what no damn voodoo doll was. I found that shit. But she always treated me different. Always beat the hell out of me. Cherie, she got away with murder. She got away with everything. Cherie did a lot of shit that she should have been disciplined for. Her other kids too. But I can remember I had opportunities from martial arts, of dancing, performance, people coming to look for me, I was invited. I never signed up or asked to be in these certain things. These are teachers, Miss Shaw, Miss Short. They invited me to be in their gifted classes. That fucked Essie up. She didn't want me. I stayed sick during that time. I stayed sick, but I wanted to do the performance. I begged her to do the performance. I begged to, that time I was begging, praying to God that she, let me go, because I wanted to get picked to go to these schools, She blocked all those top opportunities. Then she blocked that. That was in dancing. They had people coming up, wanted to look for me. Then I wanted to get into, since that didn't work out for me, I got into music. I started writing music as a kid. I had a lot of stuff written as a kid. I used to make music, beat on, because she wouldn't buy me instruments. Then I got in, but that was third grade. You hear the devil? Now he want to laugh. Anyhow, when I got in fourth grade, I wanted to do music. Third grade was the dancing. Matter of fact, no, that was just fourth grade period. I did dancing and music. So when I got into the music, I wanted to play the piano. She told me I had to play the flute. I got a damn plastic ass flute. That's where I ended up playing that. I didn't want to play that, so I never succeeded at it. So then I got into fifth grade, and I met Desiree and Veda, fifth grade. I wanted to play music. I wanted to play piano again. I wanted to play piano again, or the drums. I got a goddamn clarinet. I didn't ask for no goddamn clarinet, but that's what she gave me. So I'm like, okay, So, I look back now and I see all the blockages. I'm sure I got more. When I was in cosmetology school, walking home from school, when 5 o'clock is dark already, 5:30 is dark, mid daylight saving time. I would call her, she'd never be available. Pick me up, it's dark. It's cool outside, weird cars passing me by, but she don't care about me. Some of the shit looked like it was set up. Like, I remember a guy come through, and this is about, 86, 87? 87? About 87. Anyhow, she wouldn't want me to walk home. She wouldn't want me to walk home. I mean, she would make me walk home. It'd be dark, pitch dark. You know, it'd be pitch dark by 6:30. Sometimes I wouldn't get home till 7. That's how far I had to walk. And I done got out of class at 5. It'd be 6:30, 7 o'clock sometimes. Because I don't know if you know Ontario, but I used to have to walk from on Euclid and D Street, from D Street down to Vineyard down there. From D Street. Okay? Not far, not very far. I live very close to the Red Line Inn. Back then it was the Red Line Inn. Okay? So I used to have to walk from D Street and Euclid, where Richards Beauty College, all the way down D Street. That's a whole lot of blocks. If you know, you guys don't know, it's a lot of blocks for a young girl, 16, 15 years old, walking alone. Okay? Sometimes I had bus fare, sometimes I didn't. And that was because I was in the ROP and they would give me the bus passes. So that was the only time. When those run out, I had to walk. Okay? Essie did not give a fuck. There was a time I was walking, you know, midnight, day saving time. So it's about 5:30ish. I'm walking. I don't know if I missed the bus and I had to walk, or I just had to walk because I didn't have enough money. But I had to walk. And this guy pull up in the Z. Hey, you want to party with a Ziploc bag of dope? Cocaine bag of dope like this. All the way across the Ziploc sandwich bag. And I was like, oh no. And he just kept passing by, passing by. I was like, damn, you know, it scared me. And you know, you would think your mom would be concerned. I literally had to walk across the street to a lady's porch. I used to see when I was walking, you know, I used to see this older lady sit on the porch here and there. I literally walked to her house, knocked on the door, and said, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm just pretending that I live here because this guy keeps passing by trying to pick me up. I said, can I just sit here for a while? She said, yes. And I said, okay, thank you. She allowed me to sit on her porch. The guy left. Or, you know, he stopped passing, you know, going. And I started walking home. So I think that was a trap. What if I did get in that car? Essie wouldn't care. She would be ready to cash in that policy, wouldn't she? She was belonging to the Elks then. So, yeah, she was part of the cult. So I guess she had me up. I remember when I first had my son, I was in the back of the car with a girl named Sherry. Can't remember her last name. But she dated this guy. He was a thug. You know, he's from the streets in Pomona. And, you know, he had his homeboy, and I was hanging out with his homeboy, you know, and I'm in the back seat with my baby, just hanging out with these people, you know. And some guy pulled a gun out on me. What's that you from? And I looked at the barrel of the gun and just closed my eyes and said, God, please don't let this happen right now. And the guy just turned away. He disappeared. When I opened my eyes, it was no trace of the guy. You know, I didn't see anything. Was that set up? I don't know. It was just weird, you know. So, you know, now that I separate myself from my mom, well, Essie, and look back at all the setups, all the traps, all the lies, all the deceits, all the, you know, things that she tried her best to keep luring me, my, you know, my vibrations to get into the energy. That's what you do. Triangulate, blood rituals, sex spells. I remember in the back of a house of a duplex, you know, side by side, different homes. Coming in the driveway, the left side, you know, it would be the right side. He was driving in, yeah, it would be the right side if he was driving in. And I was at this place, and a man named Brother, and Elvin, and kid. I remember some things went on there. I remember being on the bed and the room was red. And this wicked music, you know, like the devil, you know how they make that noise. And it's like they had masks on, maybe, and it was scary, girl. It was just scary, and I think they did some blood sacrifice, and I was screaming and hollering, and I didn't want to do it. And my mom, I keep saying my mom because I'm so used to just saying that. I'm so sorry for saying that shit. But this woman literally took me in the bathroom, and I remember this, it's like a pink rose color like bathroom, and it was one of them Victorian bathtubs, and just with the brass legs on it, and she had water in that shit, and she tried to drown me. She literally kept, and I was fighting and fighting and fighting, and that's why I had the fear of water. This is why I had the fear of water. And it literally took 3 men to pull her off of me. Three men. They had to take her out. They had to make her leave. She was gonna kill me. She was trying to kill me. She always hated me. Maybe I resemble so much of my mother. That what she hated in my mother. But my thing is, who in the hell left me in her care? The lady is crazy. Not to her kids, but to me. And I knew, you know, as much as she tried to use that psychic shit on me, her and her sisters and shit, the way they perform and do shit, I always knew. I'm like, this cannot be my family. This is not, this is not my family. And I did this 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way up. Really, you know, like, and that's why they hated me so much, because I wasn't part of them. They just wanted the benefits, that what I reaped. The money my dad was sending them. I seen these letters too. There was a lot of letters in that drawer. I was younger, didn't know how to read. I was delayed on a lot of shit. They didn't teach me shit. Then when I did finally get to kindergarten, I think that was because the CPS kept coming to the house. Because before that, I remember she would always be peeking out the windows and everything be closed up. She would never let her. It was years before she started letting us go outside. You know, that means you hiding from some shit. You want to let your kids play, and kids, you know, when we moved in, I remember kids used to come and want to play with us, and she wouldn't let us go outside. She wouldn't let us play with them kids for a long time. Until I guess she started drinking again, because she must have stopped drinking and doing drugs. But when she started drinking again, she started letting us go out, but we was limited.